Hey, bubbling, coming in, crushing this. Alright, welcome to Bubblin's Astrologic Numerology. So, today, 32 is the number. Let us discuss. So, when we see this row right here shows the realm, the slanted row, and we see that it's 256. Um, in that we're in the middle, so we start to see that we're in the fixed realm, and this vertical, I don't know, horizontal. What are we? I think horizontal. Yeah, this horizontal row um, is another realm of cardinal, fixed, mutable, and we're in the center again, being 456, 5 being in the center, right? And then of 258, 5 again being in the center. So we start to see dually fixiano. And then also with the water, earth, air, and fire, we do find ourselves in earth, being divisible by 4 and being 4 on the dial of 4, right? And then when we get to the dial of 9, we're 5. And to show you guys, so like if we go to 32, yeah, 32. We're right here in 5, right? So we see here's 9 numbers, here's 9 numbers, here's 9 numbers, here's 9. So when we start to see in the dial of 9, it is in that center spot, which corresponds to 5. And we can also see that by adding up 3 and 2. We also see it's divisible by 4, being that if we divide it by 2, it would be 16, and that would go to 8 too, right? So versus any of the water would be 15, and it wouldn't be divisible by 2 any further. So yeah, just an easy way to get to know that. So enough of how we came to understand what 32 represents. What this actually means, right? When we're in the fixed realm, this is the realm of what is, right? The structures that we just inhabit that are what they are, like school, currency, everything that is co-inhabited by all of us is this fixed realm, and just what makes sense and what is. Yeah, and so when we go to like say the mutable realm, this is where someone else completely has ownership or in someone else's property, like being in the jungle or like so to speak thrown to the wolves. And being in the cardinal realm is being in your own space where you don't necessarily have to you can just do whatever you want, right? You're in your own space. And that's the difference between this cardinality and this mutability. And that in cardinality, you just bore through, where in mutability, if you're in the jungle and you don't know what to do in the jungle, you have to learn from the jungle in order to operate. You have to, like coming into a new situation, a new job, you have to reorient, you have to take time to learn the ins and outs and then ride those, right? So that's the difference between fixity. Is fixity, we kind of know the ins and outs, right? It's like school, like these places where we're just kind of operating and continuing. Thus we can. It's almost like it is what it is. It's just how much we put into it. Is the fixity. So basically, it's just stable, right? Versus if we're at the mercy of someone else or in our own place, we can kind of choose and have this artistic outlet. So yeah, there's this sense of stability, doubly so, but when we think about now us being an earth sign and being in this fixed realm, this relates to Virgo. Look, I'll show you. Because Virgo finds itself in this fixed realm, this realm of the setting sun, and it's earth, right? So Virgo kind of has that nature of just taking responsibility of what makes sense, right? Taking up and taking responsibility of the structures we find versus Taurus, taking responsibility of what we want, and Capricorn taking responsibility and trying to figure out what roles we can take when we are like in the jungle or in others' territories. More mutable and creative over here too, right? Virgo's more just what makes sense, doubling down and taking roles and responsibilities on that, and that relates to what we're doing here. So yeah, we're also coming from this fixed place, so we start to see that we're trying to take roles and responsibilities on what makes sense, and yeah, we just have a systematic nature of doing so. Like we're just expressing that more so objectively and trying to see what everyone could see from it versus have any sort of personal taste involved. Yeah. So yeah. So that's a little bit about it. Now we know a little bit about more about it, right? It's Earth, it's fixed, and now so we're starting to know trying to gain responsibility in the realm of what makes sense. It's almost like things that it could kind of take anywhere, right? But it wants it to be specific kind of trades, because yeah. Um, But also maybe not stuff you could take anywhere, right? Because in the realm of just continuation, that is imbuement, versus maybe Capricorn would be more developing the trades we could take everywhere, right? Being in the mutable realm, and always getting like sucked up into a new place, right? So yeah, maybe it's more we're developing roles and responsibilities of continuation energy, right? Off what we know, yeah, off what we know, um, yeah, and then yeah, we have a systematic way of doing so. So when we go down to the multiplication, here I'll show you my chart. We see this down here. We see the fire red and the earth purple sector combining, and that's just because it's an earth sign 1 times 32. And this shows us that it knows how to realize its visions and create actual roles and responsibilities out of it. So be careful what you wish for, right? Because now you're going to find yourself in a habit of that. So we also see 2 times 16, which is water times earth, which we see the blue times the purple. And this shows us that our responsibilities are going to be otherly catered and potentially fortunate, right? They're going to be going with the flow and be able to introduce the outside world and take it in and then flourish with that, with that. Yeah. So then it also would be what, 4 times 8? Yeah, 4 times 8, which would be Earth times Earth. And this develops a concentration on our roles and responsibilities and a kind of connection to them where we're operating out of them, but also a power over them. So that's really cool. So there's one last thing is in 32 is now is its identity, right? It's 32. It expresses itself through the numbers 3 and 2. So 2 in the first place would be our personal direction being kind of stable and being kind of set, but personally, like set in our own habits and set in our own reason. Because 2 is the realm of fixity in fire. So it's like it's like our taste, right? And what we kind of want to do long term. And it's kind of sticking to that, right? For better or worse. So still kind of got that fiery like taste expression, but more so what we're gonna connect to, and probably like a little bit of stability in that, right? Like we're gonna like what we're gonna like, type of thing for better or worse. And now 3 in the second. That's funny. It has 2, or I guess never mind. I was gonna say it has like 2 in the third and 3 in the second, but 2's in the first place, right? 32. So, oh my bad. I didn't mean to throw the camera off. So when we think about 3 in the second, now this is our habits and what our reason generally long term is going to look like, right? This is 3. So now we start to see that it's geared towards letting people in. It's geared towards expanding our self-interest. It's geared towards it's sort of Cancer and Gemini-like nature, putting your reason out there and letting people into your home and kind of seeing how others relate to you, right? So yeah, now we see that we're personally too kind of set upon our ways, and now we know that our ways is 3, kind of letting people in on our personal tastes and getting like other people's ideas on what we're doing, right? Like constantly doing creative things, but geared towards letting the people in our home or the people around us uplifted, right? Hey, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, so being 5, it's in the maximum amount of fixity, but it's the Earth version. Balancing through holding up the world, right, by taking up responsibility, not by taking up thought or going one's own way or just being selfless. It's by taking up responsibility, Earth. Yeah, in the realm of just continuation, imbuement, and doing what needs to be done to hold up the world, right? Um, yeah, balance. So, hey, awesome. 32. Bubbling, Citra, Beach, out.